What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to talk about how I jump, and specifically how to go higher when you lift the lip. So I'm going to do a few runs through of, well, first I'm going to show you what most people look like when they leave the ramp, when they don't do anything, and then I'm going to show you what you can do to easily clear a jump, which is using your arms and your body position to propel yourself forward, essentially. And then we're going to look at how I really compress the bike, the suspension, and my arms and legs to boost as high as you can. So let's go. So the jump we are using today is this little tabletop on a trail called Waka Waka out here at Mount Peel. It's only about probably, I don't know, 1.5 meters long maybe, but it's got a nice little lip on it, so it's not overly steep. I've put some rocks here. It also looks pretty cool actually with the rocks there. A little bit of trail maintenance. Put some rocks there so you can gain a better, vision of how the jump looks. But it's not very big. It's quite simple, quite easy. Most people can do this jump without lifting, and they can just fly over it. But let's go through the 3 ways. So as you can see, I did nothing off the lip. All I did was ride straight off it, and it looked very janky. It probably actually didn't look too bad, to be honest. It felt fine. However, if you're going to do this on a bigger jump, you're going to have absolutely no control over the bike, which I actually felt then. As I took off the lip, I literally felt myself drifting to one side, and I felt zero control. Now this is where a lot of people get things wrong with jumps. They're like, oh, I've got the speed to clear this, I can do this, no worries. No, you really need control with your jumps, and you really need to learn the proper technique for jumping, or you're gonna come up real squirrely real fast. And this is why people realistically always get bucked. They're doing nothing off the jump, their suspension's locking in behind them and kicking them forward, and because they've got no control over the bike when they take off from the lip, they're literally just coasting. And you don't want to just coast. This is where things really go bad, and you end up on your ass quite frequently if you're just going to coast the jump. So the next one is, don't coast the jump. Always have some kind of control over the bike. I always say, if you want control over the bike, try and add some style to it, and that's just moving your body around a bit. However, I understand that not everyone can do this straight off the bat, and they need to learn more technique to the jump first. So next up, I'm going to do the normal jumping technique, which most people do, which is lifting up and with their arms, and we'll see how it looks, and we'll go from there. So, second technique, which is probably the best technique just for clearing jumps, lifting with your arms, just a small amount, if you have the speed. Now the good thing about this is you're giving yourself control of the bike when you take off from the lip. So your bike is in control, you're in control of what's happening, and you're pulling the bike towards you so you can get a bit more height. And you can lift your knees slightly in this position as well. However, I wouldn't recommend lifting your knees or getting in that bad technique, because a high result of lifting knees while in the air is doing front flips and dead sailoring real bad. So yeah, that's another reason not to do nothing off a jump, is the dead sailor, which is kind of what I did in the first clip. However, if it was a bigger jump, I would have been doomed, because I had no control over what was happening. And you always want control of your bike, because you are the pilot, and you need to control where you're going to go, how you're going to move through the air, and how you're going to land. So that is a pretty good way to jump, is just lifting with your arms off the lip. As you hit the takeoff, you pull up with your arms a little bit, and it's called a pop, and then you pop yourself forward, and you will propel a little bit further over the jump. You'll get some more air. It won't feel too much different, and you're in control. I just keep putting back to this. You need to be in control of your jump. So I'm going to show a few more from different angles, and then we'll move on to how to really go high, how to really get high. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's go. Righto, so hopefully this third part makes sense. I'm coming into the jump. I'm compressing my whole body down into the suspension and onto the forks, and I'm doing a motion that's essentially like a wave up the ramp. And then I'm at the top, I'm doing the second step, which is what most people do, which is lifting the bars. I'm lifting the bars forward towards my chest and then up. I'm pulling my legs up in the air so I can get enough, you know, so I can get a real good pop. Essentially, we call this popping, lifting, preload. People call it in motocross. I've never called it preload in BMX or anything like that. But on mountain bikes, I guess you could call it preload because you're using a suspension as well. However, you don't need suspension for this. I learned this all on BMX, of course, which is, there is no suspension, obviously. You just, you know, use your momentum from the lift. It's kind of like a skateboard. You're using your back to pop forward and then your front to pull yourself forward over. That's a pretty good analogy, I guess you could say. But anyways, yeah, that is how, if you can get this motion down pat, then you should be able to do pretty good pops. And if you're ever coming in too slow to a jump, you just preload really hard, lift as high as you can. Generally you can still clear it once you get real good at it. So yeah, I don't think there's too much involved in it. Once you start learning it properly and start doing it over and over and over, it all just becomes second nature and it becomes natural. And this might take years for some riders. It might take days for others, which I've seen before. Some people just get on and away they go. They're jumping, you know, huge jumps. But yeah, always keep control of your bike and your body when you're doing jumps. Do not just let yourself fly off. Even on drops or ski jumps, just always have some kind of pop or some kind of lift, as we call it in BMX, when you're taking off the ramp. So you have control of the bike, you have control of yourself, and you're not dead sailoring every time. This is just a key point that you need to, you know, take in. Always have control of the bike and your momentum and body. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good at explaining a lot of this jumping stuff, which is why I haven't done one of these videos before. But hopefully the slow-mo really shows what I'm doing and how I'm jumping and stuff, and yeah, hopefully it gives you a better indication of what happens and how I do it. But yeah, I've been doing it for 20 years, so since I was a little kid. So it, you know, when new riders come to me and they say, oh, how do you jump? I just don't know. I just always used to say I do it, but I'm starting to learn a bit more and more the techniques of what I am actually doing by trying to teach other people. So yeah, let me know if this helped. Let me know what you think. A good way to learn jumps really easy is on flat ground in a car park. You just constantly do bunny hops. I'll add one in next of how I bunny hop, and then you just do that and you bunny hop up like a curb or off a curb, and then you take that to a jump with a lip and you do it off the jump. Pretty much the same technique every time, and it'll just become second nature. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you think of these jumps and how I'm doing them, and if it helped, let me know. So yeah, anyways, peace. Oh yeah, before I go, check out this tripod. Look at that. Oh, I had it on top of that rock that whole time. There's a jump right there. So yeah, peace.